The credit card industry is changing rapidly. You've got new cards coming out. You've got new card designs. You've got new features, benefits, and credits to entice you to sign up for cards, whether it be through a mailer, through email, online advertising, or even watching channels like this. They're trying to get you to sign up by offering more, or at least what they want you to perceive as more, through credits and other benefits. Well, today I'm going to break down what credits I actually use on a monthly basis and some on a non-monthly basis from American Express, because American Express has several cards out right now that really could be considered glorified coupon books. If you take advantage of the credits, then yeah, they could be worth it. But if not, then are you really getting the value out of that annual fee you're paying every year? I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. This is going to be a really fun episode as I talk about what I actually use every single month with American Express in terms of credits. Can't wait to break that down for you. If you're new to the channel, I talk about credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification for alerts. And if you're interested in any of the credits or the cards that I mentioned in today's video, make sure you apply using my referral link in the description below. And when you apply using that referral link, it does greatly help support the channel. And I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. So first, let's break down what exactly is a credit. A credit could be a cell phone bill credit from a card. Let's say a card says, hey, we'll give you $10 or $20 credit towards a mobile phone bill. Well, once you use that card to pay your bill, sometime later you will receive a credit back on your account to help offset the cost of what you spent. So if it's a $10 credit, maybe a few days or a few weeks later, you'll receive a credit back on your account to zero that out, and it will be like you never spent it even though you really did. And the object of all these credits and benefits, in my opinion, when card issuers put out 10, 15 different credits associated with a card, I really think it is to keep you from using all of them, because if you have so many credits and so many benefits to use, it's hard to keep up with them all. When you sign up for a card, you think, well, this credit will pay for this annual fee, this will go towards this, but as time goes on, you forget about them. It's important to be organized with these, especially when you have more premium cards that offer more benefits. So I actually think it's a negative a lot of times when there are too many credits offered, especially with higher annual fee cards. But hey, I'm going to break down what I'm using. Hopefully this helps you out in deciding if you want to pick up these cards or not. So as we go through these, I'm going to talk about the ones that I use monthly first. I'm going to show you screenshots of how long it takes from the time that I spent the money on the card versus getting the credit back on the card, so you can see real life examples of what we're talking about here. We're then going to break down the ones that I use on a non-monthly basis, and again, these are all based on American Express credits because there's so many of them. So if you're ready to dive in, let's get into the monthly credits that I use every month. First of all, the $40 in Uber and Uber Eats per month. We have 2 Amex Personal Platinums and 1 Amex Gold card, and we use that for travel when we need Ubers. Otherwise, we use for food delivery and try to couple it with an Uber Eats promo. The Gold card provides $10 per month, and the Platinum card provides $15 per month plus a $20 bonus in December. This is one of my favorite credits because, as you know, I really like food. So there's nothing better than at the first of the month getting that reload on your Uber Eats account. It's absolutely phenomenal. Love using that. Second, we get $10 each, so $20 total in cell phone credits each month. We have an American Express Business Platinum card, and you can see in the screenshot here that we made a payment on T-Mobile for $10 on August 15th, and by August 19th, we already had that credit back onto our account, so it offset that. And speaking of the American Express Gold card earlier, we also take advantage of the $10 per month dining credit at either Grubhub or the Cheesecake Factory. Sadly, we can no longer use it for the milkshake every month at Shake Shack. I actually really looked forward to that, but that has since changed. I will admit that this is one of the credits that I sometimes forget to use, but I use it more times than not. And you can see here again, we used it July 6th in Honolulu. Yay, that was a fun trip. And then we got the credit back on July the 9th. So even if you spend more than what the credit is, in this case, you can see at the Cheesecake Factory, we spent $24, but we got $10 of that back with the credit on the American Express Gold card. Moving on, the American Express Gold card now has a $7 per month credit at Dunkin' Donuts, and this kind of stuff does give me a headache. A $7 credit at Dunkin' Donuts. Why? Just why? I don't understand this one at all. It's such a weird number. It's an odd place to have a credit for. but this is the world we live in now. The American Express Gold Card has $7 per month at Dunkin' Donuts, which is completely random, as I mentioned, but Kayla loaded her Dunkin' account manually with $7 and it was reimbursed. So you can see she loaded the $7 onto her Dunkin' Donuts account and got reimbursed that exact same amount. Now let's move on to the Delta Biz Platinum. We do get a $10 Resi credit per month. We each have a Delta Biz Platinum card, and it kind of makes it a nuisance since it's only $10 per month, and we only have 2 Resi restaurants locally, and we've been getting $10 gift cards per month on each card. Seriously, every single month I take our Delta Business Platinum cards into this one restaurant that we really like, and I go straight to the counter and say, hey, give me 2 $10 gift cards. Here are 2 different cards. Make sure you split them up. And then once we get enough of those gift cards in, then we go out to dinner to a really nice restaurant. So it actually works. It's just a pain in the butt to continue to go out there every single month, but free food is free food. I can't really complain that much. Next, the Walmart Plus monthly membership. Now this is provided with several American Express cards, but we have the membership with the American Express Platinum card, and we spend much less money on groceries with this. Now this is 100% fact. When you don't take your kids with you, especially 2 boys, to a grocery store, you save a significant amount of money. So I really like Walmart Plus because we can just order the food that we actually need and have it delivered straight to our house. It keeps us from taking them to the grocery store every single time. We do take them every now and then, but it keeps them from going every single time because when they do, they want every single snack. I don't know if you've been down the cereal aisle of a grocery store before, but it's made for kids. It sends them into some kind of feverish dream about cereal. I don't get it, but they want to spend money on all kinds of food. So having that delivered, super helpful. Don't have to leave the house, don't have to spend the extra money. Next, we have the $20 monthly American Express Platinum Digital Entertainment Credit, and we use this for Hulu and Peacock, mostly Peacock for me just because I like to watch The Office before I go to bed. Let me know if I'm the only one that does that. But it's also available to use for Disney Plus, a Disney Bundle, ESPN Plus, Hulu, the New York Times, and like I mentioned, Peacock and the Wall Street Journal. So you can see here, we did the spend on June 18th and we got credited back that amount on June 22nd, so pretty simple. So you can see every single month we're using a lot of these credits, and think about this, especially if you're new to points and miles, you may be looking at that and saying, how am I going to keep up with all of these credits? It seems a little bit overwhelming. Well, in some cases it is overwhelming, and sometimes I'll be flat out honest with you, I've forgotten about some credits here and there to use each month, and it gets really frustrating because again, that goes towards the cost of the annual fee when you're justifying it in your head if you should apply or not. But those are the monthly credits. Now let's move to the non-monthly credits that I personally use. So once per calendar year, the $200 Fine Hotels and Resorts credit on the American Express Platinum card is something we use. We've used it in Vegas at the Palazzo, as well as the JW Marriott in Orlando. When booking through Fine Hotels and Resorts, you get daily breakfast for 2, a $100 credit at the property, and sometimes for food, other times for spa services. Room upgrades, early check-in, and guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, and we've seen the most bang for our buck in Vegas, so keep that in mind. Next, the airline incidental credit. We get $200 per calendar year on the Platinum and Business Platinum cards. We each have these cards, so that's $800 in incidental credits, and we usually pick Delta as our preferred airline. Then we combine a gift card or e-credit in the transaction to get the incidental credit to credit toward the purchase of a flight. Now keep in mind that this credit is actually intended for incidental purchases as American Express outlines, so they could always claw back any credits that inadvertently credit when they aren't supposed to. So I'd look on Reddit to see what credits. It could change at any time. Next, a $200 flight credit on the Hilton Aspire card. We really like the Hilton Aspire card. I've talked about it a lot on the channel. It's given in $50 increments each quarter, which is a little bit aggravating. I don't like that. But this can be used towards flight purchases. We even use this to fund our United Travel Bank, and we'll let that accumulate until we have enough to pay for a flight. Now, speaking of the Hilton Aspire card, we get $200 January through June, then $200 July through December for resort property credits. And we each have an Aspire, so that's $800 in resort property credit each calendar year. And the property has to be on the resorts list, so always double check that. That's really important. We like using the credit for dinner and food by the pool, and also using it in combination with free night certificates to make for an inexpensive stay. So you can see here, June 27th we had the spin, and by June 29th we had the credit put back on the account. The Hilton Surpass card has a $200 Hilton credit each year broken up into $50 each quarter, which again drives me crazy, but here we are. And we've been buying $50 Hilton gift cards online each quarter. You can see the Hilton gift card on April 13th and then the statement credit on April 16th. The American Express Business Platinum Card, $200 Dell credit January through June and $200 credit July through December, so that's $400 per year. We each have a BizPlat card, so that actually adds up to $800 per year for us to use at Dell.com. And this is really handy, especially if you're doing any holiday or Christmas shopping. We've gotten a lot of Christmas gifts for our kids and family by using this credit. This is one we never miss out on. $199 Clear Plus credit and TSA PreCheck Global Entry, and that is on various different cards with American Express, but we do use that as well. And then finally, $200 Delta Stays credit per calendar year on the Amex Delta Biz Platinum. You can see we did the spend on March 10th and got the credit back the same day. So again, that is not every single credit that's available on the cards that I mentioned today. For example, on the American Express Platinum card, there's a credit for Equinox. I don't have an Equinox gymnasium within 6 hours of my home, so I'm not really going to use that credit. And just because you don't use every single credit, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't at least consider the card, because there may be other perks and benefits that help outweigh the annual fee and thus is a money maker for you. But that's up for you to decide. The only thing I wanted to share today was what we did personally and how long it took for the credits to come back on the card. And I think you saw in the screenshots that I shared today that they actually credit this back pretty quickly. So this is not a scenario where you're gonna have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get that credit back. If you do find that it's going a little bit longer than you'd like, just reach out to American Express and ask them if there are any issues in particular with getting that credit on there quicker, and they should be able to take care of you. At the end of the day, make sure you're taking advantage of your credits, and I wanna hear about what credits from American Express that you all use every single month. Which ones do you make sure you never forget about? Now, there's some that I have forgotten about before. It aggravates me when it happens, but let me know which ones you never forget about. Which ones are the most beneficial for you, and which ones do you forget about every now and then you wake up at 3 in the morning and you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't use that $7 Dunkin' Donuts credit. I don't know, that's just an example. Let me know your experience in the comments, and keep in mind we do have a lot of new people in Points and Miles watching the channel, so anything that you can share will definitely be helpful. And if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link in the description below. Greatly helps support the channel. Can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you will get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.